Hi Aries, this is your reading for March 2023. My name's Hayley. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, then welcome back. Thank you for all those that have subscribed so far. If you like the readings, you like the way that I read, then please hit subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I would be forever grateful. I have just started your reading, Aries, and for whatever reason, I touched my computer screen and it just completely got rid of the whole thing. So your spread's already laid out, and I am going to just reread it because it was, we're getting somewhere, basically. So quickly, I'm going to brush through it. We are going to clarify, but you've got the Ace of Swords here. So this is about a wake-up call. You're going through some type of spiritual awakening right now. You're realising a lot of stuff about a situation. When I was pre-shuffling for your spread, mature woman came up, and also I don't like being apart from you, and also a message of just regret. Basically, this person has some regrets. With the Wheel of Fortune showing up, crossing that, it's almost like you're ready to move on. You're ready to let go of this situation. I do feel like you've walked away from something in your past. You was dealing with some kind of, really bad traumatic relationship, I feel. The Tower is a card that's really shocking, okay? This is something that comes in and wakes us up. And with it being in the past position, it's really telling me that this relationship was destructive. It just destroyed everything. I do see a separation. I do see a falling out. It's almost like it comes from nowhere. Something came in, struck from nowhere, and you were like, oh my God. But in actual fact, this is a blessing with Jupiter showing up, crossing your the heart of the matter. This is a blessing in disguise. I do feel like you're letting go of a lot of karma of the past, okay? You've learned a big karmic lesson with this person. The Queen of Cups is showing up at the bottom of the spread, okay? So the Queen of Cups is very much an energy of tapping into that psychic awareness. So I feel like you may be listening to your intuition right now, but you may have had a hunch that things weren't right with this person, okay? Because the Queen of Cups doesn't always talk on how she's feeling. She's more receptive, so she takes a lot in. The person that you was dealing with in the past could have liked to drink, basically. And I did get in the previous reading that this person could have had a very sharp tongue, okay? And they used to say a lot of things that were very, very hurtful. But you are going through a cleansing period. It's almost like you're taking all of that emotion and you are vibrating it. So you're lifting it and you're turning it into a higher vibration. And that vibration really is knowledge. So I really feel like you've learned a lesson here. You've really learned a lesson with this situation. You have got the Four of Wands showing up, okay? So the Four of Wands talks about celebration. I do think that you're happy that you've got out of this situation now. I do feel that you're happy, happier within the home, should I say, and happier within the self, okay? This is the card of celebration. So it's almost like I'm so glad that all of that is over with. This could have been something that was going on for quite a while. And I am seeing marriage here as well, because mature woman usually, well, she doesn't usually, but she can typically represent somebody that you've either been with for a while or somebody that you've been committed to, okay? Two of Pentacles is showing up in the future position. Two of Pentacles really talks about trying to balance the physical world, trying to balance, you're spinning plates at the moment and you may be trying to find your feet, okay? So you may be feeling a little bit lost or a little bit in no man's land right now. I feel like this is a card of limbo. However, I do think that that's gonna phase out. Basically, you've got some nice cards here. You've overcome a lot of hardship in the past. This is Mars energy. This isn't easy energy to deal with. This is like unexpected happenings, things happening out of the blue, all of a sudden, completely knocking you for six. Okay, so there's a lot that went down between you and this past person. We'll pull some more cards to clarify, okay? But I do think that you are just, letting a lot of the emotions come in. Maybe in the past you were putting a bit of a block up. You weren't really wanting to feel too much. However, now it's almost like a release. It's like, oh God, I can breathe. I can finally breathe. Now, if this isn't a situation, a person that you was married to, a person that you was connected with romantically, this could absolutely represent a mother figure, an auntie, something like that. It could even represent a male, but with very feminine qualities. But it's almost like it was very, very destructive. And what I'm getting, very, very destructive. I'm feeling like there was a lot of arguments, there was a lot of toxicity, and I just feel like maybe somebody was kicked out of the home or decided to leave. So they're a little bit shaky. You're a little bit shaky right now. Okay, you are enjoying yourself. I feel like, again, I'm just getting this vibe of a little bit of a nomad. So you might just be enjoying yourself right now, not really wanting to put any roots down. You're just kind of throwing your hands in the air and saying what will be, will be. But a big release is going on here. Just be careful if you are drinking, okay? If you are drinking and you are partying and you are enjoying yourself, be careful not to slip into that negativity. Be careful not to slip into that sense of depression, because sometimes Cancer can represent depression. And we have got the High Priestess showing up here as well. So this really talks about somebody being in their emotions, you know, really going inwards, going within, and really trying to make sense of a situation that they really don't have all the information for, if that makes sense. The Hierophant showing up behind here, okay? So again, Hierophant represents a marriage. It represents commitment and a vow, okay? So I feel like maybe a promise has been made. You may have made yourself a promise that you're never going to return or something like that. But again, it's almost like this guy on the card is laughing. He's really happy about the decision he's made. I'm seeing like a sense of elevation. So your spirits are being lifted. So whoever it was that you were dealing with in your past, regardless of whether it's a love interest or just a mother figure or a sister or a cousin or anything like that, getting away from them has really raised your vibration, okay? And you're learning a lot. You are. That doesn't mean to say it hasn't been without its difficulties. I do believe that you've had your fair share of trauma, you've had your fair share of heartache, okay? And it's almost like the damage is being done. So there is trauma attached to this, and I am seeing trauma bond as well. So you could actually have been trauma bonded to this person. You really committed yourself to this person. Doesn't mean to say that you were married to them, but you really committed yourself to them. And I feel like you gave a lot of yourself to them as well. This person depleted you. Whoever it was you were dealing with in the past, it depleted you. And now you just, you know, you're trying to rectify this. You're trying to remedy this, okay? You may be feeling very ashamed of yourself as well for letting this person put you in this state. But this is really telling me to advise you to go easy on yourself. You know, you haven't had it easy. It's been difficult. It's been very traumatic. There's been a lot of hurt here. I'm seeing now someone's parents that have passed away, okay? Both parents, mother and father, may have passed away, okay? So this is this trauma bonding that I'm talking about. Maybe you bonded with this person because they provided you a sense of stability, okay? But I'm hearing that this person's intentions were not that good. So it's almost like all that stability that this person provided you completely just was ripped away from you. We're going to pull some more cards to clarify. Yeah, we'll pull some more cards to clarify, but I just feel like a sense of stability was completely taken away. Now, let's again say that this is not in relation to a romantic partner. I feel like there's been a loss of parents here. There's been a loss of parents in the past, okay, mother and father, and it completely rocked you. It completely shook your world. It could be either, it could be both. And it's really forced you to think about what you want for your future, okay? Because the Tower card is destruction. Now here we've got somebody who's deep in thought and they're saying, look, where do I go from here? This is the wheel. The wheel represents movement, okay? And this is why I'm saying, you know, you could be in no man's land at the moment. You're just kind of here, there and everywhere. You haven't really established any sense of roots. You know, you're a little bit ungrounded right now. So you could be trying to figure out where to put yourself at this time. I feel like there is some cosmic energy going on in the background, okay? So I feel like Spirit's really trying to lift your vibration right now. I'm just seeing this Queen of Cups and she's very, very receptive to spirituality. She's very receptive to the other side. So you may be listening quite intently on some sense of guidance, you know, trying to reminisce. And I feel like you're just very much going back to the past and trying to listen to these words of wisdom that these parents taught you, you know, trying to remain strong, trying to remain balanced. The Four of Wands is showing up, okay? Again, this is a card of uplifting the self, uplifting the spirit. So this is a card of celebration. So it's almost like you are trying to channel the vibes of the universe in order to lift your spirits right now. So be careful if you are drinking. You don't really want to sink too deep into that, to be honest with you, because spirit is fire, okay? And soul is water. But again, it's giving me this dynamic of masculine and feminine, masculine and feminine. So this could actually be both parents, okay? But we'll pull some more cards. So again, we've got Cancer energy showing up here. The Four of Cups, this talks about not receiving the blessings that have been bestowed upon you, okay? So it's almost like it's very hard for you to see the magic that runs through life right now. It's very hard for you to see you know, or make sense of anything to be grateful for, if that makes sense. It's almost like you are just sat in this very depleted energy, okay? That's what I want to say. So things are happening in the background for you. And I know right now you're probably not able to see that, but that doesn't mean that it's not happening for you. There's a lot of divine cosmic work going on for you right now. And I do believe it's in regards to this situation that's passed. I feel like Spirit's trying to mend a broken heart. You've really been through it. You've been through the mill, is what I want to say. I am seeing some type of a festival going on, but I'm also seeing camping, and I'm also seeing a little bit like a home away from home. So that could be relevant for some people, okay? Somebody may be some type of professor, I'm getting, or a teacher at least, you know, some type of a teacher, maybe a teacher of science, something like that, because I'm seeing motion and I'm seeing all this symbology for maths. It's almost like a science teacher. But we've got the Chariot showing up again, and the Chariot is all about moving forward. It's about pulling up them big boy, big girl pants and getting on with it. And I really feel like you're trying to call in all the help and assistance from the other side that you can at the moment. You may be praying a lot. You may be asking, why me? You know, give me some answers, and just searching. I'm seeing a lot of searching, inner searching for answers to questions that you just, it's almost like you've not got knowledge in, you know, something's missing for you. So you're really finding it hard to make that connection. So you're feeling a little bit lost right now, Aries. That's really what I'm trying to say to you. We'll pull some cards from the Kipper and see what comes out here. But yeah, I feel like you're being pulled, okay, in two directions at the moment. Expectation. So you could be expecting someone to return. So if this is in relation to a past situation, it's almost like you're expecting a situation to come back around, or you're expecting this person to bring some type of drama into your life. It's almost like this quiet that you're experiencing right now. It's almost like it's too good to be true. So you're sitting in wait, and you're sitting in expectation, and you're just waiting for something to pop off, basically. Again, I'm getting lots of different scenarios for lots of different people. If this is in regards to parents that have passed away, you could sit in expectation. You could be waiting for them to give you a message, okay? It's almost like show me. You're saying, show me which way to go, guide me. And you're really you're thinking back on everything that they've said, really in your head right now. Absolutely. Reanalyzing and going over some of the stuff that they've taught you, some of the values and beliefs that they instilled into you. But it's almost like this is fairly recent if this has happened, because it's like you're waiting for them to return. Yeah, family room. So it's almost like you may even still be living in the family home, and it's almost like you're expecting them to return any minute, and they're not. So this is really deep. I do apologise if this reading resonates with you, Aries. This is really sad, you know, it's really unfortunate. I am seeing a very nice home, though. I am seeing some of you are very, very comfortable where you are, but I am feeling like it's a little bit eerily silent, okay? It's not what it used to be. Rather than you being in the depth of the comfort of the home, if that makes sense, you kind of just going into certain rooms. There's certain rooms that you won't enter because it's too painful. There's certain drawers you won't look in, you know, things like that, because it's all just so tender. I'm getting tender still. Mature man. So we had mature woman in your pre-shuffle, and now we've got mature man. So this is definitely giving me vibes of parents that have passed away. I am seeing a travelling man as well. So somebody that may have travelled for work. I am seeing a professor, someone that was very bookish. So if this is in relation to the father that passed away, maybe he was the scientist, maybe he was the professional to some degree. I'm just seeing like maybe even he taught university. taught in a school, taught something, okay? Main male. We've got main male and occupation, absolutely. So there's a main male showing up, okay? So you could be the main male, or there's a main male that's going to become very relevant to your life. You may meet this person through work. Or this could just be telling me that you're really throwing yourself into work right now. You're really throwing yourself into your craft, okay? So whatever it is that you do to earn an income, either a male is going to influence this situation, okay? You may meet somebody at work whilst you're working, but also this could be symbolic of I feel like somebody may be continuing a craft, okay? So like a parent's craft, so whatever it is, maybe they had a business. It's almost like you are continuing with that. You're going to continue with that you're going to develop it, basically. Because this is a skill, this is a craft. This isn't like the day job where you go. This is like a profession. This is like 10th house. It's giving me like very Saturnian Capricorn vibes. Again, a professional or a professor or something to that degree. So that may resonate for some of you. Some of you it probably won't. But I am seeing a very nice home full of books. Okay, there's lots to look at. There's lots of things to take your interest. But all of these things are reminders. All of these things are reminders of what happened, okay, and how suddenly and unexpected it happened. I feel like you're not wanting to leave the house as well right now. So you may be spending a lot of time at home, just really in your thoughts, going backwards and forwards in your mind, okay? Again, just really nostalgic, really kind of in your head right now, thinking about why things have turned out the way that they have, if that makes sense for some of you. Okay, so we'll pull some cards from this deck and we'll see what other messages come up. So, you know, again, I'm really sorry if this has happened to you, because this is really heavy stuff that you're going through right now. But I do feel like there is going to be some wealth that's accumulated from this now. Another transit that's going on in the sky at the moment, and it's actually coming through very prominently in this reading, is Saturn in Pisces. And Pisces is the house of release. It's the house of letting go. 4 of Cups again. So I really feel like you're not wanting to involve yourself in anything right now. You may be going through a period of grief, which is understandable. Again, I'm just getting this like nostalgia, thinking back to times when times just were a little bit simpler and things just, you know, were more fluid. There was less abrasion in your life, so to speak. But yeah, so I'm really getting, again, like I said, Pisces is the sign that rules release, it rules letting go, it rules sacrifices, you know, and it rules the end of days, basically. And Saturn is the sign of the father, okay, but the professional, the father, the disciplinarian. So it's almost like, I do feel like someone's definitely lost a father figure, but also a mother figure as well. So this could be like a really unexpected accident that took place. The Knight of Cups, okay, so we've got the Knight of Cups coming in. Just as a side note, we've got the Chariot, so this could have been a vehicle accident. So there could have been something regarding a vehicle, some type of collision, okay. I'm seeing some type of collision because we have got these 2 horses, okay, so the horses are really speaking to me about the masculine and the feminine principles being pulled in 2 directions. So it could have been like some type of a traffic accident or a collision of some kind. So we've got this Knight of Cups entering your life, okay? And the Knight of Cups really talks about acting on your emotions. So you may be feeling like you want to drink a lot at this time. This is mutable water. So again, Pisces, this is someone who's really, really deeply in their emotions. I just feel like some of you are really grieving right now. You may have made a toast at the funeral, okay, or some type of a speech at the funeral on their behalf. But I just don't feel like you're making any sudden moves right now. You know, you're taking things really, really slowly, one day at a time. But I am just seeing a lot of cups, a lot of drinking, so be careful with that. King of Cups. Okay, so now this is fixed water. Fixed water is Scorpio. Again, Scorpio, symbolic of death and rebirth and transformation. So I do feel like this situation has matured you, okay? Absolutely. It's forced you to grow up. It's forced you to see things in a different light. Your feelings have all of a sudden become very, very serious, okay? I feel like it's shown you how valuable people can be and how you should treasure them whilst they're still present, okay? So something along those lines. Because all of a sudden, I'm just seeing like this transition of not really wanting to deal with it, okay, at first, then kind of involving yourself in it and saying, look, okay, I'm getting around to the idea of the fact that this has happened, but it's almost like it's really matured you and it's really made you think differently when it comes to those around you, and how you value them and how you appreciate them, something to that degree. We've got the World card showing up again. Okay, so something has come full cycle, and I'm really seeing that this woman dancing in the sky, it's almost like an angel. So someone has been released into the ether. Someone has been, you know, they've gone back home, basically, is what I'm trying to say. They've returned to source. This is someone who has been freed from their animal traits, you know, their animal body, their animal form. So again, we're really picking up this energy of somebody being released, somebody passing on. You know, but I just want to say that as soon as these people left your life, they've been reborn. They're already walking the earth again. But they do live on inside of you. Okay, so their spirit lives on inside of you. So you've never really lost these people. You know, the physical form maybe so, but the spiritual form, you are a resemblance of the two. Okay, so you are, if it wasn't for them two, these two parents that birthed you, you know, that conceived you, whatever, it's almost like I'm hearing this is the cycle of life, and now you owe it to them to make them proud, basically, because you represent both of them. You represent two halves of these people. You know, does that make sense? And then the Six of Swords, okay? So this is really telling me that this hasn't been easy for you. It's been really, really hard, okay? But you are trying to find a sense of peace, find a sense of sanctuary. Again, I'm just getting you being very, very much in your head. So spiritually, you are a little, you know, down, depressed. You're probably grieving. You're going through a lot. You're really thinking long and hard about things that you've had to endure. But you are pushing through and you are pushing forward. And it's almost like, you know, I'm hearing like this is a card of just carrying on. So right now you just feel like you're just carrying on. You're just getting on with it. You may not feel like you want to, but you are. And that is going to take you places eventually. Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This really talks about, you know, leaving things behind that no longer serve you emotionally. Okay, so when you come to the understanding that this situation has taken place, basically, it's almost like, because here, normally in this deck, it's a tower and people are falling from the tower, okay? And there is a lot of hurt here. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of accidents and injuries and that kind of thing. And all of these little shards, I don't know if you can see them in this deck, okay? This is what's depicted in the tower in this deck. So it's talking about, you know, pulling yourself out the water, really trying to move on, trying to move past it, you know, knowing and recognizing that you can't stay in this energy forever. Again, we've got this girl, you know, she's moving on. Same person in each card, moving on emotionally, moving on mentally. You can't sit in this energy forever. You know, absolutely grief for those that you've lost. If this is a person that you've walked away from, I do feel like things have come full circle. You've learned a lot about yourself in this connection, okay? You've learned a lot about who you are, and I just feel like this shedding of a skin. So I'm seeing the snake now, okay? So there could have been some deception. There could have been a lot of sneaking around, you know, sneaky behaviour. But it's taught you a lot, and these things are either lessons or blessings. I am seeing courtship, okay? So this is on the bottom of this Kipper deck, so courtship again. So somebody could be entering your life, somebody that you find quite easy to talk to, okay? You might start spending more time with this person. And the more time that you spend with this person, you actually start to develop affection for them. Maybe this person was sent to help you heal, okay? Maybe this person was sent to help you heal, because I am seeing an arc, okay? So an arc. It's like an ark, the Ark of the Covenant, okay? So that could be symbolic for some of you, the Ark of the Covenant. But I'm just seeing like the mouth, like the roof of the mouth, like the palate. So you might find this third person very palatable, okay? So it's almost like you're not really wanting to pay much attention to the outside world, like I was saying before, the external world. But it's also like, it's almost like when you least expect it, when you go off in your own direction, okay, you meet somebody and you find this person to be quite palatable. Maybe they see things from a similar perspective to you. So you end up spending more and more time with them. They may want to offer you a cup of love. They may want to offer you just a shoulder to cry on, I'm seeing. This is someone who is very mature emotionally. This is someone who may have even experienced the same or a similar thing to you. So it makes it very easy for you to talk to them. Sweet, sweet kisses showing up. So sweet, sweet kisses really, really tells me that this person is very affectionate. Not affection in the sense of, oh, you know, I love you, I want to be with you forever. But just sweet, no, you know, sweet little things, the things that they say. Thick thighs and pretty eyes. So they find it very, very attractive, this person. You may find this other person very attractive. But it's almost like the simple little things that they do are just like sweet kisses spiritually. They're just things that help you get on with your day, help you see things in a different and a, you know, like a refreshing way. I feel like this person's just going to be a little bit uplifting for you. That's what I'm trying to say. They're pulling you out of that fog. They're pulling you out of that depression and that grief, you know, just by doing the little things, you know, showing up with a coffee, you know, stuff like that. Or, you know, just saying, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to get out today? Do you want to, you know, do you know what I mean? Like little things like that. So we've got high haters. Now, this is really interesting because this keeps coming up in these readings, and it's readings where you'd probably least expect it to come up. So the only thing that I can liken this to is the fact that you've walked away from a situation. This is, you know, again, two separate stories going on here, but you've walked away from a situation and people are just really hating on you right now. They're maybe talking some shit behind your back, because we have got this Eight of Cups. It's a card of walking away. And right beneath that, Five of Pentacles, feeling ghosted, feeling left out in the cold, maybe feeling a little bit excluded, and also feeling defensive with this Nine of Wands. So it's almost like people may be coming at you right now because you've decided to exit a relationship. You've decided to go your own separate way with this Knight of Cups. You know, you've decided to take your feelings elsewhere, somewhere where they're deeply appreciated. Okay, King of Cups, deeply appreciated, rather than, you know, somebody that's really sharp with the tongue and just says what they want and does what they want and behaves how they want. Just ignore that. You know, people always have something to say, especially when it doesn't concern them. We've got a fish here. So again, fish is symbolic of Pisces energy. So big Pisces energy showing up in your spread, but it's also a card of money. So whatever it is, like I was saying before, what's tied to your occupation, maybe you're carrying on like a family business, or you're carrying on like a skill or profession. It's almost like you're picking up where somebody left off. I do feel like that's going to pay off eventually, because we have got the fish. This card represents wealth. It also represents Christianity. So some of you may be Christian that I'm speaking to right now. Some of you may, because I did see a church before previously as well. So some of you may be religious to that degree. And then we've got be careful. So again, two stories going on. You even need to be careful with this person that you dealt with in the past, because they're just toxic. You know, they're not good for you. They're you know, they're talking all kinds of shit behind your back. But, you know, that's what happens when you leave relationships a lot of the time. People just don't like that feeling of rejection, you know, so they turn. There's a thin line between love and hate. But be careful can also be symbolic of you being really careful with regards to this person that you're meeting. If you are the one that's parents have suddenly passed away, you don't want any more hurt. Okay, so you're being very, very cautious with this person, and rightly so. I can't sleep at night. So some of you could be having very, very sleepless nights at the moment. Okay, things may be haunting you, because I am seeing like a big empty house. I'm seeing like rooms that you don't really want to go in. You know, there's things in there that just bring too much back for you, you know, like repressed memories, that kind of thing. So these have slipped out. I'm not going to take them. Okay, we'll get a couple more from here, and then I'll pull some more from the final chunk of my deck, because, oh God, that's too many, but I'll take them. Okay. So we've got Daddy, okay, again, Daddy's showing up very, very strongly. Karma is a bitch, a pretty bitch, okay? So like I said, take these as a resonate, because I'm getting lots of messages. This is not a reading, a linear reading. This is, you know, there's lots of stories coming out in this reading. Hold the vision. You're being asked to hold the vision. So whatever vision it has that you have, you're being asked to hold on to that. Twin flame energy. So this is the person that you could be potentially meeting in the future, okay? There is a lot of twin flame energy there. I'm trying to find my way to you. So someone very much definitely could be trying to communicate with you from the spiritual realm right now. So, you know, look for the signs, look for the symbols, keep, you know, your vibration high, be open-minded, be receptive, that kind of thing. And this is the final chunk. I'll just pull some cards from here and see what other messages we've got. We've got the Sun, okay? So you could be somebody's son. If you are female and you're not actually, you know, a physical son, I'm hearing the song "You Are My Sunshine," so that could be a message for some of you, and it could resonate with some of you as well. Maybe it's something that your parents used to sing to you, something along those lines, but it's like, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. So maybe you're an only child. Kindred spirit, a kindred spirit. Achievements coming up. Like I said, I feel like you are going to be developing some type of occupation. Achievements are going to be had. And the final card, breadcrumbs. So again, this is what I'm saying at the moment. You may be feeling like you're just trying to, you know, breadcrumbs basically, a bit ungrounded. Finances not really stable at the moment. Maybe you've had a lot to pay out for in regards to something, and, you know, just feeling at a bit of a loss, let's just say. So you may be feeling like breadcrumbs at the moment, or you may be breadcrumbing somebody. You may not be kind of engaging in a way that you normally would with people around you. You may not be wanting to interact as deeply, if that makes sense. But again, I'm just getting this courtship. It's almost like breadcrumbs. This you'll be giving this person breadcrumbs, and it's because you're being very, very careful. And again, like I'm saying, it's not a bad thing. You are concerned about this. You know, there's concern and despair showing up here. And then behind that, we've got great fortune. So, yeah. Okay. So that's your reading, Aries. Like I said, you know, there's lots of messages that have come out in this spread. I think the best advice I can give you right now is to try to remain open-minded and open-hearted. You know, this is a sign of open-heartedness. When you close off, when you shut yourself down, when you put blockages there, it blocks anything coming in and out. Okay, so you may not be wanting to speak to people at the moment about how you're feeling, but when you put blockages there, it's, you know, when you lose somebody, it hurts. It really, really does. And that's why we put these blockages. You know, it's almost like a dam. I'm serious. So some of you could live near a dam. Definitely getting that. But it stops that connection to the other side as well. So if you're wanting to hear from these people, if you're wanting to have them present in your life, if you're wanting to them to play an active role from the other side, you really need to remain open-hearted, okay? You really need to remain centered. You really need to remain balanced. So that's your reading, Aries. I am going to leave it there. Again, if you're wanting a personal reading, if this did resonate and you're wanting to dig a little bit deeper, then all the information can be found below. I don't think there's much else that I want to say other than keep that vibration high. Have a look at some of the other readings for your other placements. There could be some messages in there. But until we meet again, Aries, I'll speak to you soon.